Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Juan Rodas. Today we have Curacao and goalkeeper for Oakland Roots, Zeus Chandi de La Paz. Zeus, how are you today in Oakland?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? It's a beautiful day in Oakland, so no complaints.
That's good to hear. I'm doing well, thank you. To start off the interview, Zeus, if you could talk to us about, how was your upbringing in Holland? Something very different that what we're accustomed out here, us being Americans.
I was born and raised in Nijmegen, Holland. When I was about 12 years old, I went to PSV Academy. It's a very normal thing to go to academies at a younger age in Holland or in Europe in general, and then just go make your way through all the youth teams until you make it to the first team, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I made my way to the second team, which at that moment in time played the second professional league in Holland, so it was still professional football. And then I left. I went to go to England.
Mm-hmm. And when you were a small kid, Zeus, what sports did you tend to play? Because obviously in Europe, it's mostly just football. But here in the States, it's a lot more sports, But in your case,
I talked to a lot of my teammates, and they were like, I played basketball, I played soccer, I played NFL, I played everything. I'm like, bro, I only played soccer, and I did a bit of swimming, but that's it.
Yeah.
Soccer was my main thing. I went to, even when I was 5-6 years old, I went to training every single day. And then sometimes if I felt like I did some swimming or something else that I thought was fun, but soccer was the main thing that you played.
Yeah.
And I think that's for most of the kids in Holland or in Europe. They tend to stick with one thing they really like, and they might, because they're kids, they want to do something more, they want to extra. So they might do some things on the side, but they stick with one main thing and then make that their thing.
Of course. And obviously you were born in Holland, but were you close to your Curaçaoan roots? Obviously, like as a little kid,
Yes.
Did your parents teach you about Curaçao and everything like that?
Yeah, my dad's from there. My mom is Dutch. As kids, we used to go every summer because I've got family in Curacao too. My dad has 8 brothers,
wow.
Which 4 of them live over there, 4 of them live in Holland. So we used to go back, visit them every summer at least once a year, and then spend a month, maybe longer over there, and see the family, enjoy the beaches, enjoy the weather. And even in Holland itself, a lot of Curaçaoan people come to Holland because better job opportunities, better living environments for most people. So there also always are small communities where you find Curaçaoan together. So you still have that connection. Vibe of Curaçao connection. Yeah, exactly. So it's not like you're completely in a Dutch environment.
Most definitely. Something us the fans don't know about Zeus de La Paz. Obviously you're a professional goalkeeper and everything, but is there something outside that us the fans don't know about you?
I think there's a lot actually. I don't want to just give you everything. I'm working on something now, and I might be able to show it in the future if it turns out well. I'm drawing. I like to draw. I like to create a little bit of art. So I'm working on something now. It might be roots related. It might be not be.
Yeah.
But if it turns out well, if I like it, I'll show it. If not, unlucky.
A hobby of yours then, right?
Yeah, it's just a hobby. I like to draw on days that I have time to, right now it's a busy day, meetings and interviews. But if I have time, I could sit down on the balcony or the couch, just grab my iPad and draw a little bit. I like that, yeah.
Most definitely. What's your favorite type of food and what type of music do you like listening to?
I'm not picky about either. The only thing, I don't eat pork. I don't like pork. And the typical Dutch dishes, I don't really like either.
Wow.
It's too much mashed potato, too much just carrots and beef or meat. Nah, it's not for me. I like the Asian cuisine, like Japanese. I like seafood, so Asian cuisine would suit me well. And music-wise, also not very picky. I live with Tyler Blackwood, he's my roommate. And he's got a wide array of music. He plays anything.
Yeah.
I can enjoy everything. But if I had to pick something myself, I would say classical music, the newer classical music that I like. I like listening to that. Just calm, serene. I like that, yeah.
Un poquito de reggaeton, nada that you with a lot of Latinos out there in Oakland?
Yes, like I said, I can listen to it. Yeah, if it's on, I'll listen to it. If I feel the vibe and I'm coming home after something and let's go play some reggaeton. Yeah, I'll put it on. Yeah, but my first instinct is always just classical. And then if I feel a vibe of maybe the new Go album, maybe some reggaeton, maybe some whatever country, I don't know, put it on.
Yeah, most definitely. And if you weren't to be a professional soccer player, Zeus, have you ever given thought what could have been your career if it wasn't in the sport industry?
I had a similar question like that, I think a couple of days ago. And when I was in high school, because I've only finished high school, I didn't go to college because my professional soccer career took me to soccer and not high school. Because in Holland, it's not like school is not intertwined with soccer or any sport. You don't play sports in school. There's no school competitions. You do it separately. So there was no point in me going to college and then missing time of soccer, because I was already in my professional stage at that point, or close to it, close enough that I chose to go play soccer. But if I had go to college at that age, I would probably chosen law. I wanted to be a lawyer. But then a year or two later, I was like, I'm glad I didn't. I wanted to do something in fashion. And now, a couple years later again, I'm like, maybe something in art, creative, music. So out of those three, I think if I had gone law, I would have still finished it, still be a lawyer, but then do the things on the side.
Yeah.
But it's either of those three,
Most definitely. And obviously playing for your national team, and if I'm not wrong, you played for the Dutch U16, U15, correct?
Yes, but that was only like national. There was no international games, just nationally.
Most definitely. But yeah, talking about like playing for your national team and club, who has been your best teammate on both the national team and the club level?
Like the most famous player, or just
like your best friend,
closest
like
one?
Connection.
Yeah.
Hard.
I would have to give a shout out to Vinny for me. He actually played USL as well. He played for Nashville. He played for Vegas Lights last year, season. He's in Holland right now. Having a hard time getting the club because COVID and all that. So he's trying to get back to the States as well. We used to play with him at PSV Academy for 4 years. Went to school with him as well, because the whole team goes in the same class. You go to school together.
Yeah.
Just how it was. And my little brother, he's not my brother by blood, but I never played with him either. He's 2 years younger than I am, so he could never play in the same team. Arno Grunewald, he plays for Bournemouth right now, Championship.
Wow.
He's doing well, actually, very well.
Wow.
So, those two, definitely,
Of course. And obviously, as a soccer player, you always have ups and downs, in your career. But what's been your most difficult moment so far for Zeus de la Paz?
I think difficult moment. It was a difficult season. Right after I left Academy of PSV, I went to England, and I went on trial at Leicester City.
Wow. And
it went really well. Like, they were interested and they wanted to sign me, but it was only a 3-month deal for a little bit of money. And there was this lower league club, non-league we call it in England, that offered me a full year with the same amount of money. And I was thinking, I'll go there, I'll play. If I play there, people will see me play, so I can always work my way back up. But by the time I got there, the season already started. I had to go away on internationally. When I got back, that took 2 weeks. When I got back, I had to wait for my international clearance. That took another 2 weeks. So basically, when I was eligible to play, the season was already 2 months. Games were played 2 months in. So they already had a goalie in from Nottingham Forest at the time. They loaned him, and he was going to play the whole season because he did well those first 2 months. There was no reason to swap him out for me. So I was like, I made this decision not to go to Leicester City, which won the league that season. That I turned them down.
Wow.
I know. And I was sitting there, and I was like,
damn,
not playing. That was a rough year for me.
So that was the year when Mahrez, Vardy, Encante.
Yes. I trained with them all. Trial, having fun, laughing, and then
I
made the decision not to do it. And then they won the league, and I was there sitting in Nuneaton at the time. I was just, it was not fun.
How was it training with these dope players that a couple years later, like they're huge stars? Kante being World Cup winner, Mahrez playing for City. How was that wonderful experience?
It was a great experience. I remember N'Golo Kante coming in the first training, so quiet, not saying it, so shy, like he was like a academy player going to the first. If you're a kid, you go to the first team, you don't talk to anyone, you just keep to yourself, you just sit in the. He was like that. I was like, and then he got on the pitch, bro. He was wrecking people. It's crazy, bro.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was such a good experience. I was there for about a month. I played on the 21s against Everton. We drew 1-0. I was the only game that I played for them. But yeah, it was a very good experience. Just unfortunate how it happened. It was just very unfortunate.
Do you have like a favorite memory, like playing with either of them, like Mahrez, Vardy, or Kante?
Well, that's a given. But if I had to pick like a favorite memory ever, like in my career, probably making my professional debut for the first team of national team. In, when was that? 2017, I think it was.
Against Montserrat.
Montserrat, yes. I played horrible. I'm not gonna lie, I played horrible. But still, like, it's being in front of the crowd of your country, because we played at home the first game, being in front of the people that support you that much, because it's like country love. It's not just club love, it's country love.
Yeah.
It's just a different experience. So I was very young at that age, at that time, and I, like I said, I played bad, but
yeah.
It's what it is.
Of course. Who has been the toughest striker you have encountered so far throughout your career, and the biggest trash talker on the field? You know, there's always that person that always talks crap to get you out of your out of your, you know, your momentum during the game.
In England, you have a lot of trash talkers. I'm not gonna lie. I actually want to put on a coach on the spot, because there was one coach. I'm not gonna name it because that might come by me in the ass, but he talked so much nonsense. It was ridiculous. I'll try and think of a player though. Let me think of a player. Maybe Jose Baxley. Jose Baxley plays in. He plays in Men. No, he plays in. I don't know where he plays now. He plays in the States though. He made a move to the States 2 years ago. Played him in Oldham, and he's just funny. He's just doing it for fun. He's a great player. He's like great ability, but he's just doing it for fun. He's just chatting nonsense the whole time. It's just doing my head in at some point. Like, if he's not with you, he's definitely against you, and if he's against you, you're gonna hear it all season. So it was just funny. Like, I like talking trash back, so it's always going back and forth. But at some point, you just don't want to hear it. And he was definitely one of the best strikers. That's difficult. I would probably say, no, that doesn't count. He was my coach.
Culivert. Was it Culivert or no?
Culivert, yeah, he's my coach. That doesn't count. From this story, he's also my coach. It doesn't count. Probably Locadia. He plays Brighton in England right now.
Cincinnati.
He was on loan at Cincinnati. Yes, he was on loan at Cincinnati. So you know him. He's probably the best striker that I played with at PSV at the time.
Oh wow! You guys still talking and everything?
Not really, no.
No? Like, even though you're out here in the States?
No, I've never, I trained, because when I was young, I was only, the first team was only, sometimes when they need to go, you go up there, you show what you can do, but never really made a connection with any of the boys, no.
Oh, okay. Most definitely. And best goalkeeper right now, in your opinion, Zeus?
Oh, that's a tough one.
There's too many good ones, huh?
Yes.
I wonder where Donnarumma's gonna go now that he's a free agent.
Oh, it's crazy, bro. That's a difficult question. I'll probably just go for safety, say Oblak.
Not even Ter Stegen.
I like Oblak. I really like Oblak.
Yeah, and
I like Ter Stegen too, but Oblak, yeah.
He is a beast though.
He is animal, yes.
Best goalkeeper in Curacao history. I'm talking about the national team.
Yeah. Ergilio Hato, because he is the name. He made history as a goalkeeper. The stadium is named after him. He is like the Pantera Negra.
Yeah.
He is the one. Everybody knows him, but for me right now, it's Eloy Room, the number one right now, because he's just unreal. He's so good. What he has done for the team in these 4, 5, 6 years, with all the other players that came in as well. But he's been such a big factor of just keeping clean sheets, saving the ball, keeping us in games.
And also putting Curacao on the map with winning the cup and everything in the MLS is crazy.
Yes, he's a very good goalie. He's very good. And I think he was very underrated in Holland, but he's out there.
It now,
People see him now.
Yeah. And when it comes to penalties, Zeus, are you the type of keeper to talk trash to?
Ask your boy Chewy. I seen this today. Ask your boy. Bro, we play games. Yeah, we play 77, 5 games, and at the end it was a draw.
Yeah.
So we did penalties, but we're sitting there from the start. He was the first one to take it. I saved it. Was it? That's it. End of the game. End of the game, bro. That's it. Talk to your boy Chewy. But go on. Your question. Go on.
So like when it comes to PKs, are you the type of goalkeeper to study the forward, like before the game, and are you the type of keeper to like talk trash to the forward, to get him out of momentum, because that also is a huge part in whether where he's gonna kick it,
Yeah,
but like if you can talk about that.
True. Now, I definitely do look at the clips of previous penalties before the game, trying to find a habit that he has. Look at the run up or see his form before he shoots.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the game, I make the decision. So even if I know he's gonna go right, if I think he's gonna go left, I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna use it as a grip to hold on to, but I'm not gonna. It's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
So if I see he's going right and I'm thinking left, I'm gonna go left. Even though I might be wrong, I'm going left.
Yeah.
Trash talk. I used to do that when I was younger. Now not so much anymore. I try to wait as long as I can, make myself as big as I can, and then just explode to one of the corners, and hopefully I save. And today it worked. I didn't say anything to Chewy. It was just there looking at him, waiting, and that's it. It was a good pen too. My head was on the post. It was a good pen.
Damn.
But it's unlucky.
Have you ever been like scared, like during a PK to be like, damn, I don't want it to hit me in the face, or no? Like especially like if
no PKs.
hella hard or anything like that?
No,
Never.
PKs. That's 12 yards?
Yeah.
11 meters, I don't know, 12 yards?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not scared of hitting the ball in my face from a distance. I should be quick enough to get my hands there to save it. Yeah,
of course. What are your short and long term goals for Zeus de la Paz?
Short-term goals this season with the Roots, make the top three of the conference, play the playoffs, make a good run. Hopefully we can. I want to win it. I want to win the league. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard.
Don't squat.
But I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. I think the growth we've shown between Phoenix and Galaxy, and even the preseason games, it's there. So I think it's possible. We need to stick together. We need to work hard every single day, and hopefully, I'm not gonna be around every single game. Unfortunately, I wish I could.
Yeah.
So I trust the number 2, whoever comes in. If it's gonna be Bailey, if it's gonna be someone else, whoever comes in, I trust him to do his part as much as the team trusts me to do my part when I step into the goal. So I just want to make it as far as we can. Long-term goals, that's a good question. I'm not the type of guy that really
pays attention to that, or really looks into it.
Yeah, I'm more of a
day by day.
Just day by day. Yeah, I'll get there when I'll see when I get there. You know what I mean? So of course I would like to finish my career with a couple million on the bank, of course, but life's not always going to be like that. So I'm going to work my ass off. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to work my ass off every day. And do whatever I can to get to that point, but I'm not much of a planner. I'll see when this season ends what life will give me.
Most definitely. Obviously, you're born in Holland, but you represent Curacao. What do you identify with more? Your Dutch side or being Curacaoan as well?
I would say Curacao.
Really?
I would say yes. It's such a different culture. Like Holland. No offense to the Dutch people, no offense whatsoever. Just everything is stressful. Everything is stuck up. Everything has to be done quick. Everything is in a rush. Everything is always under pressure. I'm not like that. I'm more like a Curacaoan.
Chill,
relax, take your time, walk slowly in the street instead of rushing to get somewhere. Yeah, you in Curacao, if they play the league, kickoff is at 7, the referee will be there 7:15. They don't care. They know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be late. Yeah, they don't care. It's just that's the life, bro. That's how it is out there. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna be not punctual. I'm not saying that, but you can tell by the vibe that they don't really care. Like, oh, so 15 minutes late, so what? In Holland, 15 minutes late, that's unforgivable. You can't be. I need to do this, this, this after. Nah, bro, chill, chill, relax, enjoy life. You know, that's more. That's why I identify more as a Curacao than as a Dutch citizen.
Yeah, of course. How many languages do you speak, Zeus?
Only two, brother. Only two.
Solo dos.
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
And then, what do you do in your free time? You know, like when you're not training, when you don't have game day, like what do you usually do in your free time? You know.
Normally, in my previous season of soccer, I used to keep to myself. Really, just go do my own things, go into town, go visit galleries, could take theater, cinema, whatever. But now with Tyler, as a roommate, he's like the piece in between me and the team. Like, he brings everybody in. People that come. Like yesterday, we had like 6 people over at that party, just having fun, music, drinking some juice and eating chips. It was just a good time. We have a pool right here. We go to the pool and barbecue outside. Yeah, just things that I would normally not do as easily. And he is doing that. He just bring it, and I'm enjoying that a lot. Like, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that it's not my nature to do it
often
straight away. And he's like, he does it. People in it's always other people on the floor. So it's good. I like that a lot. I like having people around, having a good time, laughing, telling stories, because everybody's different. Everybody has their own past. Getting to know each other. That's what you need as a team. Getting to know each other, getting together. I think that's very important. So I like that a lot. Yeah.
Of course. What's the biggest difference between like the European soccer, you know, playing in Holland, playing in England, compared to like the US? You know, like, is there a huge difference?
I think there's not much of a difference as a lot of people think. The only thing for me is there's no consequences. Whatever you do over here, you can't get relegated, you can't get promoted. So in the end, you know, in Holland or in England, where I've last played, if we lose, because we were fighting for relegation, stay in the league. We needed to stay in the league. You can't get relegated. You fight for every point. You have to, otherwise you go down a league. Your pay gets cut. You're not getting bonuses anymore. And so much on the line. And over here, that's not the case. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. It's just very different.
Of course. And then when you started to earn well, you know, like, do you remember what did you first purchase with that first paycheck? Like, you were like, damn, okay, like, I could actually, you know, spend a little money here, you know?
My first professional contract was when I signed for Oldham, actually. When I was 21, so that is 5 years ago now. And the first 6 months they paid for my apartment, so I didn't have to pay for that. The first thing, I think I got a pair of Alexander McQueen's.
Oh wow! Okay.
The shoes, just a pair of Alexander McQueen's. I think that's it. Nothing crazy, because to be fair, I never made big money, just good money. I could live with it just comfortably, but never like, oh shit, I can buy a car now, or I can buy a $4,000 Rolex or $6,000. Never like that. So it's just been comfortably. That's all.
Most definitely. And if you could talk to us about, you know, like, how was it coming up through the ranks of PSV? You know, like one of the best accomplished teams in Dutch. You know, like, how was that wonderful experience?
It was good, but you don't know what you have until it's gone. Because at that point, and you know, the first couple of years you're buzzing because you knew you seeing new things. You're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And then I was there for 8 years. The last 2-3 years, I'm like, I want to leave. I'm not happy here, even though I played. I'm not happy. The last year I didn't play at all, but I want to leave. This is not my level. And then you go somewhere where it's so much worse, and not worse as in not in any offense, but just you have so much over there.
You're just so used to it.
Facilities, food, pitches, dressing rooms, gym, pools, trainers that help you non-stop. And then you go somewhere else, you have one coach and one pitch. And that's it. And then you think, oh, nah, but I should have stayed, or I had it good. And you don't realize that until you leave. I think that's a big thing. That's also a big thing in growing up as a player, that you need to understand what you're having if you come from the academies, because when you're not going to have that again unless you're going to go to a Real Madrid or you make the first team. You know, you make the first team of a big team. If you don't, which most of the players won't, To be fair, like the team, my generation, that team that I played in, only one made it to the first team. And I think there's like three, aside from me, three more that play professional football. Still, that's it.
Wow.
So, there's not a lot of people that make it.
Yeah.
And then you have to understand this is not going to be the same everywhere. And that was hard. Like, understanding that was difficult, but it was a very good experience. PSV, like one of the best established academies in Holland, for sure. One of the best established teams too. So it was very good experience. I learned a lot, and yeah, it did prepare me for what the future held. Just I had to make better decisions. Like I told you, one of the Leicester thing. Different. Yeah.
Who's that one player that plays for PSV right now?
Come again?
Who's the only player that plays for PSV right now that played with?
Jorrit Hendricks.
Oh wow, okay.
He's the midfielder. He's bald like me. He's bald. He was bald when he was 18. He was I'm unlucky because I'm 26. I'm balding, but he was 18. He was balding. That's unlucky.
Wow. So he's a good player then.
He's a good player. He's a midfielder. He's been first team since 19 years old, so 7 years now. He's been playing and not playing and playing. He might leave soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's been there for a while and he's not playing right now.
What does PSV mean to you?
PSV, as a kid, I used to love PSV. Like, it was the team, that's my team. Like, winning the league is like the team I wanted to go to. So when that happened, when that letter came in the mailbox, PSV, little logo on the top, like they wanted to get people on trial. It was buzzing. Unbelievable. Because I was at, NEC, Nijmegen?
Yeah.
I was on trial there, but every time they had like, you have a talk, like after a couple of training sessions, you have a talk, oh yeah, we want you, we don't want you. So every time we had that talk, it was like, we want you, but this and this and this needs to change, or this and this needs to improve. And then PSV came with that letter. I went there, 2 sessions, they said, yeah, we're signing you, you're coming with us. Wow. Like, straight away. And NEC was like, what? Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, I'm going to PSV, because that's my dream club.
Yeah.
So, for that, the people that brought me in, I'm forever grateful, because I might not have been where I'm at right now if not for them, because NEC was just messed about. So I'm forever grateful, and it always has a place in my heart because I love Eindhoven. It's a great city. I went to school there because of PSV. Great memories there, friends for life that I made at PSV at school. So that's just one of the biggest parts of my life.
Of course. And in 2018, you signed with Oldham Athletic in England. I think, if I'm not wrong, you spent 2 years there. How was that experience, leaving your homeland, experiencing something new? But obviously, previously, you were here in the States and you were on a non-league tire in England. But how was that signing with Oldham?
It was not it's not my first time in England, not my first time abroad either. Oldham is a very, very lovely club. It definitely had its difficulties because when I came, they just switched their owner. So there was some trouble with that. There was some financial issues as well. But in the end, everything kind of worked out. We got relegated in the first year. I didn't play because they were League One when I signed. We got relegated to League Two. Second year, I didn't play either. Third year, like I played there for 2.5 years. So the third year, I started playing. I am also grateful to the goalie coach that put me in because he was like, you might not have the experience, but I trust in you and your abilities, so I'm going to talk to the head coach and let you play. And that's what happened. I played 26 games that year because of COVID. Otherwise, I would have played 9 more, would made 35. And I'm grateful for that. Oldham itself, like the town just lives for the soccer. Like it's a very small town. I used to live in Oldham, which is 10, 15 minutes out of Manchester. Manchester, great city. Yeah. But the people just live for that club, and since we had difficulties with, like I said, we were playing against regulation, so we were struggling. The team was not what it used to be. Might not have been the best performances by the whole team, but the club was struggling, like I said, financially, facility-wise. So we did the best we could, but the fans were always there for us, and they backed us all the way. Not always happy about what we did. Of course, that's the nature of the game. Yeah. But they were very good fans, and I am proud to be able to say that I'm played for Oldham.
Did you want to leave eventually? Like when you did?
I was planning. I wasn't my agent. I've got an American agent since March last year. So I was planning on moving to America. That was my dream, not really my dream, but the next move for me. And obviously, you have to take a couple months because the calendar is different. Yeah. So after Europe ends, you're still playing here. So I had to wait 6 months. So COVID was kind of convenient for me because then I could just sit those 6 months out without a club and then go to the States, which was exactly what happened. And I'm very grateful for Oakland for signing me all the way in November, which is very early.
Yeah.
Instead of somewhere in January or February. So that gave me like
confidence.
Rest and confidence, because normally you search and you keep looking. Did you hear from Dr. Black being it? Nah, bro. November it was set.
Yeah.
And I knew it was gonna go somewhere. So it was the plan, yes. I did not really want to stay at Oldham. 2.5 years, a lot of struggles, a lot of good things too, but a lot of struggles. So I was ready to leave. Yeah.
And in your time there, did you ever play any FA Cup games, any Carabao games?
Yes.
You know?
Yes. In my second season there, my second full season, I didn't play. We had a goalie from Leicester City on loan. He probably took my spot in the couple years before because he was 20, 21, 23, so 22. He was a very good goalie. And we played FA Cup. Come again?
What's his name?
Daniel Iversen. He's a Danish guy, very tall, blonde hair, very good goalie, very good. And I got injured just before the first couple games of the FA Cup. First time I got injured. Never got injured the first time. I got injured. So we went through the first 2-3 games. You know, we were the top team and they were the underdogs. So we just barely made it. And then at some point we got into the fourth round. We had to play Fulham away. Wow. But obviously because I missed all those games, I Fulham away. So I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday game. I don't remember. And I wasn't playing because I missed all the other FA Cup games because of my injury. I just got back for this game. So I was on the bench and we started playing and we played really well. Like we were on it. And I think it was 0-0 at halftime. Second time we were 1-0 up. So we had like 5,000 fans traveling as well. Like the whole stand was sold out.
Yeah.
1-0 up. And then they equalized. Mitrovic came on the pitch. He wasn't playing. I don't know why he wasn't playing. But he came on the pitch, late second half, 17 minutes. And then they got a penalty. No shit, Juan, you giving it away. Mitrovic taking the penalty, bro. This guy, he saves it, bro. What a save. He saves it left hand. He saved it. And then my boy on the left hand, it to the left wing crosses it, striker hits it for his time. We win it 2-1. It was mental.
So you guys beat Fulham?
Yeah, we won 2-1.
Wow.
Mental, bro. And then we play next round. We play against. What was it again? I don't even remember. See, and we lost that game. You know, who was it? That's Bristol Rovers. Like they were League One. Yeah. We were League Two, so we should be able to,
compete.
We lost that 2-0 or something. Yeah. Stupid game. So yeah, that was the FA story that I have from England. Yeah,
of course. And then this year, you in November of last year, you signed with Roots. Something that surprised me and I think surprised a lot of people. But if you could talk to us about like how did you come to Oakland Roots? Like how did that come about?
It's my agent, brother. My agent was looking around. He knows one of the people on the board, like Eric Yamamoto, one of the higher ups. Eric used to be a goalie. He used to do a lot of goalie coaching as well. I think he still does it at Santa Clara University. And we got to talking. I got a Zoom meeting with him and with Jordan. And we just talked, and it was a good talk. Like, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what you're expecting. This is us. This is the club. This is what we're about. And it's just a very good talk. And I was very confident after the talk. And then it just went from there. I had some other interests, but in my experience, American clubs are always interested, but never really want to make the final step to get you in. And Oakland Roots was the only team that was like, listen, we like you, we want you, we'll do it straight away. Instead of, yes, we like him, but we need to wait for the COVID situation to see what happens. And then, yes, maybe. No, Oakland was like, we'll do it now. And I'm not regretting it, not at all.
How do you like the Bay Area so far? You know, like, I'm pretty sure this is something new to you. You know,
look at the weather, bro. The weather's amazing, man. I can't complain. Like, I love this, but I'm in England here in the rain, gray clouds every day, bro, and I'm here in the sun. My boy Tyler's mainly, he just got offended. I'm here in the Bay. I see the blue sky, bro. I see the birds flying about. The sun is out.
Perfect, right?
It's such a nice area. It's such a nice area, bro. I like it.
Of course. How is it playing during COVID with taking exams? Probably, I don't know how many times a week, and obviously playing with no fans, something very, very rare for you guys as soccer players. But if you could talk to us about that as well, because it's something new, you know?
Yeah. I have no experience playing in like the COVID area, in COVID times, because in England it just stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a week after my birthday, a couple of days, I think, like March 15th, we were supposed to play the number one in that weekend. And the day before, the news from the FA hit, like, we're stopping all the lower leagues. So League 1, League 2, and potentially even Championship. And that's it. Like, we went into suspension for, I don't even know how many, like, for 2 months. And we didn't train, we didn't play, we just got schedules to do, like go run, go to the gym, if possible, because the gyms were closed too, so do outside.
Yeah.
And then after 2 months, they just called it. It was like, season's over for the lower league teams. League 1, you can still play playoffs. Championship, we'll finish it. Premier League, we'll finish it. I just went home. I went to Holland, saw my family, had a good time. Obviously within boundaries, of course, because COVID.
Yeah.
So, and then I was in Holland for most of the time until Oakland signed me. But I was just a group of goalies. That's like Elo Room is in there. I was in there. A couple of friends in the area that play professional or just up to the level professional soccer, and we just got together as goalies. We just had sessions 2-3 times a week on the pitch, and then just train. And we did that for a couple months, and then I left for Oakland.
Did you ever talk to like Room? You know, like, bro, like, I signed in the States. There's gonna be 2 of us.
Yeah. We stay in touch. We stay in touch. Yeah. Probably, I'm not sure how his flight is for this weekend, because we both flying on the same day. I'm going from Houston to Guatemala. He's probably going to Houston too, because it might. No, I don't know actually, because that's the other way.
Yeah.
It might be. I don't know how the flight is. I need to ask him. We might fly together.
Yeah, you're going to my country.
I know, bro. I know, and we're gonna beat you. We're gonna beat you. You got no chance. No, that's unfair. That's unfair. I think they're a good side, but we should win this group. We should. If we don't, it's an embarrassment.
We're gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna talk about it soon. And then obviously, you know, playing for Oakland and everything, you guys have a dope squad. You know, Chewy, yourself, and other experienced players. Do you guys have high expectations, like, for this season as a new team in the USL? As
I mentioned before, I think we have the potential to get very far and even win it. If we come together, it's going to be a lot of hard work, because we're still not where we need to be as a team. Like the team, like the boys, individuals, as personalities too, great. This might be the sickest team I've had. Like, I actually enjoy being with the boys. So if that feeling stays and we work on the things that we don't have, we'll get very far, and potentially win. I've got high expectations. Yes.
The jokester and the shyest in the Oakland Roots locker room.
The jokester. This is weird. It's probably Mumba. He's a young kid, but he's got mouth on him. I'm not gonna lie. He's got mouth on him. He's got mouth. And the shyest, I think it's because he doesn't really speak English yet. He's still learning. Matti is very conservative. He likes to talk, but he's like, English is my first language, but he'll get there. Like, I don't think we really have a shy person on the team. We all like fit together. So when that is easy for him to talk in English, or we learn Spanish, by the way, he will be there with us too. He's there now, but it's just still a little bit like he's touch and go, trying to figure it out. But
the best and worst dressed in Oakland Roots locker room.
We don't have a locker room, mate, so we can't change. We only come in an Oakland gear.
Ah, so you don't even know.
So we can't change. I don't know, but I don't know yet. We get a locker room soon, though, so then I'll come back to you, Matt. We don't know yet. We don't know.
Do you like the diversity within the team? You know, from there being Africans, Mexicans. You know, like that's something unique. I mean, as how I see it, you know, because maybe in England and in Holland there wasn't much of diversity. But like, how do you like
it's
that?
Less,
here,
yeah,
you know?
it's less. Yeah, I like that a lot because everybody, like I said, everybody has his own story, everybody's own background, own experiences, and learning that about each other is very interesting. I find that intriguing, and it helps you get to know each other better and perform better as a team. So I find it very interesting to have people from different cultures and different originalities.
Yeah, of course. How was that game too against Galaxy? You know, winning that game with a golazo from Boquila. You know, and then obviously how you guys celebrated in the locker room. You know, like
it was an ugly game. I'm not gonna lie. It was not the best soccer game.
Yeah,
there was. It was very ugly, but
yeah.
It was a very ugly game. We did not play our best football, but we showed a lot of character. Coming back twice.
Yeah.
It was a difficult game too because they wanted to win too. So, but as an experience, making history like that, because obviously I've been around Curacao and we make history often, but I'm never on the pitch when I make history.
Yeah.
Like the team makes history, the country makes history, I'm on the bench. So this was my first time actually on being on the pitch and making history, so that I just felt unreal. Like I watched the clips, the Instagram posts from the roots, watch it back, with a smile on my face. Just such a good feeling to know that you make people proud by playing a game of soccer.
Yeah. If Holland and Curacao were to call you up at the same time for the main national team, who would you pick and why?
Right now, Curacao, definitely. Because the Netherlands, like, I'm about loyalty. Yeah. And Curacao, not always, but has mostly been loyal to me. And the Netherlands doesn't care about me. So I'm not going to care about them now all of a sudden. So it's going to be Curacao.
Of course. A little boy from Holland, did you ever imagine being where you are today?
No. I was dreaming of Champions League football. So, no. But I am very happy with where I'm at right now. Yeah.
How many tattoos do you have, and which one's the most meaningful to you?
Right now I have 5. I'm planning on getting more, but I have 5 right now. And this is the first one I got. It's a text about faith, and that's the most meaningful to me. It's just I'm religious, so I believe in God. And this has a beautiful passage about what faith is.
Was it hard choosing Curacao? Like when you were obviously playing for Holland and everything, like was it hard choosing Curacao?
Not really, because at that point, at that age, I was 17 when I picked. The national team for the Netherlands started playing internationally. So they were no longer calling me up, not even in the first 30 or whatever it is, 35. So, and Curacao came over, and I was like, sure, why not? You're going to go travel the Caribbean, travel South America, maybe North America, see some places, and go to Curacao too, which is a treat. So it was not a hard decision for me to make. And then at some point, I had to choose the first team. That was a bit harder, because if you choose, you're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, you never know what happens. I might be the next Mendy and I'll play for Chelsea in a couple of years, and then the Netherlands wants me all of a sudden. That's too late. I've made my choice.
Yeah.
But at the end, I'm very happy with my choice. Yes.
How was your debut? Like you spoke about it briefly before, but how was your debut against Montserrat?
I'm good. 17-year-old kid, first time playing. Not first time playing in a big crowd, but just in front of your own people.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. No, I'm not gonna lie. It was not a good game. But we won. We won. That's the point. Yeah. We won, and we went through the next round. So
the jokester and shyest in the Curacao locker room, because obviously such great players, you know, from like Bacuna, from Cuco Martina, Room, but who is the jokester and shyest?
Jokester, definitely Bacuna. Definitely Bacuna. 100%.
Juninho or Leandro?
Leandro. Both, but Leandro more. Leandro way more, because he's seen it all. He's been everywhere, so he's like the big boy.
Yeah.
Shyest, it depends, because we got new players in regularly, so those new players are probably the shyest when they come in. they don't know what to do. But after a couple of days, because it's similar to the roots, like it's family, like even more so with Curacao because you're from the same island. You might share the same blood somewhere in your ancestral history.
Yeah.
So there is no shyness. Everybody laughs, everybody sings, everybody dances. It's just that's just the culture. And shy people get out of the shell really quick. After a couple of days, you feel comfortable. The boys laugh at you. You're always having fun. So it doesn't really happen that people are shy for a whole trip or more trips in a row.
Of course. The best and worst dress for Curacao?
Best dress. This is about nights out because we pull up to the hotel on our own in the Curacao gear. But if we go out, which we used to do a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Best dress. Well, it's a matter of taste because they just throw money at things. They think it looks good. So
really, like Leandro and Juninho, huh?
Those were probably like Elson Hoy is worst dress, 100%. Elson Hoy
is the worst.
Worst. Best dress, probably. I like Ranga. Ranga. Yeah. He's just simple, plain, no silly things. Like he makes money, but he's not showing it off. You know, I like that. Just casual, like looks good there.
And obviously now your head coach Gus Hiddink, has COVID. He won't be there in these upcoming games. Do you think this will affect you guys a lot, or for these two upcoming qualifier games? Because it's very important for you guys.
Of course, I think Gus has his plans already. And obviously, Clover has taken over.
Yeah.
And Clover, I don't think Clover will put his vision onto the team. I think he'll try and do what Goose is doing with the team. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But even if Clover would do his own vision, he's a good enough coach to get us through it because he's gotten us through the first round and the second round last time too.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. And even if I think the team is good enough to handle it, even without anything from the side. Like we've got enough quality as an individual and as a team to make it through these rounds, regardless of the coaches. Of course, Chris is a great coach, Plug is a great coach, but these first 1 or 2 rounds, maybe the second round is going to be harder, but this round we should make it regardless of the coaches. And that's no offense to your country, brother.
Of course. Are you happy to be back with the national team? Because obviously there's been a couple games where I haven't been called up, but are you happy to be back with them, with Room, Bakuna, and everybody?
Yes. When I made my move to Nuneaton is when I started getting out of touch with the national team. It took about 3-4 years for me to get another call up. And I did really miss it, yes. Because it's coming home, it's family, it's your country, it's your people, it's just that piece of history that you can put your name on. Even though you're not on the pitch, you're still there in the credentials. So you want to be a part of that. And I missed the World Cup. Breaks my heart. It's just how it is. That's how our life is, how soccer is. Happens. But then the next World Cup, we make it to the quarterfinals, and now my name is there too. So I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm very grateful, and I can't get enough of it. I will be there every single time.
Talk to us about these 2 important games up for you guys, because if you guys play San Vicente, right, your first one, and then you play home against Guatemala, against my country,
Yes.
Two complicated matches, but we could talk to us about that,
I think the British Virgin Islands that we play on Guatemala, not underestimating them, no, not whatsoever, but it should be a game for us to get confidence, get the team going again, because playing in Guatemala last time against Curacao, we play on grass too, which Curacao play turf, so different. So it's getting used to, and that's a good game for us to get into it, because they're not the best opponent, so we should beat them. If we don't, it's an embarrassment. I said it before. We should beat them, not easily, but we should beat them comfortably, and it's a good game to get the legs going, the boys together, good flow vibes, and then Guatemala is going to be a different beast because they're actually very decent compared to the Virgin Islands. But then we have the advantage that we play at home on the turf, hopefully in front of the crowd, depending on how the situation is. I don't think it will happen, but I hope it will happen. and that's going to be a tougher game. So
That's going to
if
decide.
we get, that's the decision. That's going to be. Oh, depends if they mess up the game before.
We're not. I promise you.
It's over, bro. If they mess up against San Vicente, it's over, bro. It's unlucky. Okay, you never know. We might mess up, bro. You never know. You never know. But okay, so let's say we don't mess up. Neither of us does.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the decisive game, yeah, and it's gonna be difficult because I know they're good, they're decent. But we got the home advantage, so we should be able to. Yeah.
What do you know about Guatemala? You know, like, have you guys analyzed right now, or
yes, we've seen the video of them playing against Cuba last time because we played Cuba, so we were watching that game. We analyzed that game, so yeah, we know they're good. We know they're good, so we should not underestimate any of the teams, but definitely not Guatemala. No.
Talk to us about, you know, the upcoming talent for Curacao, like Jeremy Antonuez, who chose Curacao, plays for PSV. You know, the talks about the Timber brothers, Tahith Chong, if he eventually goes, Locadilla.
Yeah. All great names, man. But we also still have established players that are not playing for us right now, like the Locadilla.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Van Rijn. Ricardo Kishna. Like those, they played for the Dutch squad at some point and they did well, but they lost touch with it.
Yeah.
So they're not really being called up the last couple of years, and they have our nationality as well, so they can play for us. So that's the same as, for example, France. France has a lot of African players. If all those African players would play for their country, France would be nothing.
Africa would be so good, bro.
Yes, but that's the thing. They don't steal us because they make the decision, of course, but there would be so much less without us as players or our nationality.
I agree. And then, what do you guys have high expectations for you guys as a national team going into this next Gold Cup? First El Salvador contra Mexico. You know, you guys did history this past Gold Cup, you know, which went crazy. Yeah. I was rooting for you guys, man. And
we played well too.
You did. But do you guys have, as a core group, you know, do you guys have high expectations with Vernon Arita and these great players, you know?
We're trying to make history again. It's going to be rough because Mexico is no joke. Yeah. El Salvador is also very tough. We've never beat them. It's like our nemesis. We've never beat them. I don't think we've lost to them either, but we've never beat them. No, we've lost last time, actually. That's a lie. So we lost to them. We've never beat them. But we always beat them on anything on the field, but they score and we don't. So we need to beat them to go through. I don't know who the fourth is going to be through. We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So it's depending on that too. So if you can beat El Salvador and beat the number 4 who's coming in and get a good result against Mexico, we're gonna go to our finals and then we'll see who we face.
Of course.
But we're trying to go and make history again. Every single time we go a step further. Maybe in a couple of years we win it.
Yeah. Well, to finalize the interview, Zeus, I want to thank you, you know, for taking your time.
No problem, bro.
Your time, and like I said, best of luck with Oakland Roots. And we'll see in that final game, June 8th in your country.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Thank you for watching my video. If you guys could share it with your family members and friends, that would be much appreciated. To all the people around the world who watch my videos, thank you so much. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, I would love that a lot. Until next time, thank you.